Hello everyone and welcome to the lesson. Today we are going on working with texts and we are working with writing personal letters. So today at the lesson we are speaking about friendship, about character features which can be positive or negative, and we can describe their personality using the words we have learned at the previous lessons. Now let's start. In your book, page 17, there is such an exercise. Good friends are like stars. You don't always see them, but you know they are always there. Try to explain this idea. Good friends are like stars. You don't always see them, but you know they are always there. Take some time to make a comment. Прокомментируйте эту мысль устно. You stop the video not to be disturbed. So, as for this idea, I would agree that our friends are not always nearby, but you know, in need, you can always rely on them. Now, let's have a look at a funny dialogue. Again, page 17. Two guys are talking. You are my friend. You have to help me. A friend in need is a friend indeed. Do I know you, stranger? Why does the speaker call another one stranger? Well, do you agree that a friend must help? As for me, I agree that a friend in need is a friend indeed, but if you demand help from a friend, it is not friendship. You just use the person. But if somebody helps you even if you didn't ask, then it is real friendship. And of course, if you demand too much from the person will stop communicating with you. Don't forget about it. Now, let's remember how to write letters. You know, every letter, every piece of writing has its structure and its demands. Today we are looking at descriptions, at letters or articles with description. It must have an introduction, where you give general information about the person you are going to describe. You write the name, how you are related, or if it is not your relative, then how you met, how you got to know this person. Then there is a main body. You know, in the main body you can make as many paragraphs as you need. In the main body you describe the person. You start with physical appearance. Then you describe some character features. You describe the personality. And you finish your description with hobbies, interests, achievements, probably hopes of this person. And of course, every piece of writing has a conclusion in which you comment what you have written. When you describe something, remember, you use present tenses. You use as many adjectives as you can. You try to use as many epitheta as you can so that your description was bright and interesting. Now we are ready to have a look at the piece of writing. My dearest friend. Sunny and I met on the first day of secondary school on a warm autumn day. After class, I told her that her name described the weather perfectly that day. She laughed, and we became friends. Sunny is an attractive girl in her late teens. She's tall, slender, and dark-skinned, and she usually wears her shoulder-length brown hair in a ponytail, which highlights her high cheekbones and long oval face. When she smiles, her almond-shaped eyes sparkle and her whole face lights up. She wears light makeup and fashionable clothes. Sunny has an incredibly warm personality. She is supportive and knows how to encourage people when they are feeling down. However, she tends to be very stubborn and determined. Once she's made up her mind about something, no one can make her change it. Sunny always lives life to the full. In fact, she finds it very difficult to sit still for long. She's always humming her favorite songs too, whatever she's doing. She's adventurous and loves discovering things about people and places. Sunny is a marvelous friend who really lives up to her name. I find it hard to imagine what my life would be like if I hadn't met her. So this was the description of a girl. You see, there are 5 paragraphs. Let's have a look. We can match titles to each paragraph. Personality and justifications. Comments and feelings. Name and when, where, how met. Physical appearance. Interests. So, what is the best title for the first paragraph? It is C. Name and when, where, and how they met. Paragraph 2. We read about physical appearance. Paragraph 3. We read about personality and justifications. Paragraph 4. We got to know about her interests. And in paragraph 5, there were some comments and feelings. Now, here are some useful words we can use to describe a person. When we speak about person's height, we use the words short, of medium height, just under 6 foot. Build. A person can be skinny, overweight, well-built, petty. Age. In his or her mid-20s, 30s, etc. Middle-aged, elderly. Complexion. Don't mix with the Russian word. We speak about face. Pale-skinned, wrinkled, tanned, freckled, rosy, rough, dry skin. As for face, it can be round, heart-shaped, triangular, oval, or square. The hair can be curly, straight, long, blonde, dyed, thick, medium length, spiky, permed, neatly combed, ponytail or bun. Eyes. Eyes can be deep blue, light brown, sparkly, piercing, sad, tear-filled, expressive or lively. Nose. Your nose can be hooked, crooked, long, straight, upturned. And you can wear clothes which are formal, casual, designer, or fashionable. If you don't know any word from this list, copy it out, translate, and learn. They are really useful and they can help make your description really interesting and beautiful. Working with adjectives. You have got some adjectives and the meanings of the words. Energetic, easygoing, talkative, lazy, bossy, optimistic, ambitious, selfish, hot-tempered, and popular. You stop the video and do exercise 4, page 19. Your task is to match the adjective to its meaning. Well, let's check. Always looks on the bright side of life, so the person is optimistic. Never stops chatting, the person is talkative. Is always telling people what to do, the person is bossy. Only cares about him or herself, the person is selfish. Is always on the go, the person is energetic. Has lots of friends and is liked by everyone, this person is popular. Isn't easily annoyed, worried, or upset, the person is easygoing. Doesn't like working, it is a lazy person. Has a strong desire to be successful in life, is an ambitious person. Gets angry really easily, is a hot-tempered person. I hope you managed with the task. If there were any new words, learn them. Now working with the adjectives further. There are some of them: aggressive, pessimistic, generous, hardworking, outgoing, arrogant, sensitive, and cheerful. Your task is to put the adjectives into the sentences. Stop the video and do the task. Well, checking. Ben is so hardworking. He believes that a job isn't worth doing unless it is done properly. Alison is quite aggressive. She often picks fights with people and gets angry really easily. Jake is outgoing. He's the life and soul of the party and loves meeting new people. Jor is a pessimistic person. He always expects the worst. Tanya is cheerful. She's always got a smile on her face and never lets anything get her down. I've never met anyone as generous as Sally. She's also always buying people gifts. John is so arrogant. He thinks he's more important and better than everyone else. Sam is a sensitive guy. He's a great listener and seems to understand when you are feeling down. Managed. It was not difficult. Working with adjectives further. You have got the description, and there are some adjectives. You are to match them to the descriptions. Shy, moody, confident, nervous, impatient, and sensitive. You stop the video, read the sentences, and match to the adjectives. While checking, she looks people in the eye and smiles when meeting them for the first time. She is confident. He looks down at the floor and blushes when speaking to people he doesn't know well. He is shy. Sarah's eyes often fill with tears when she watches sad movies. She is sensitive. Sam often sits with his arms folded and with a grumpy expression on his face. He is moody. Mike taps his foot and sighs when he has to wait. He is impatient. As well as biting her nails constantly, Anna often fidgets a lot. She is nervous. Well, your homework. We looked at many adjectives. Learn them and use them. And you write an article. You describe any personality from the story about the devoted friend. Remember, we read it at the previous lesson. You are to choose one character and give a description. Use the text about Sally as a model. That's all for today. Bye bye.